Blog Talk Radio.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Lee Houston here. I got my brother back with me. It's been a long while. My brother's the Reverend Dr. Apostolic. I'm trying to be proper about it, but the Reverend Dr. Great McCray in the house. How you doing?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Still house for the great WWE SmackDown on yesterday live here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yes, sir. Wrestling Track's hometown, by the way. Wrestling Track's all began almost about to be 9 years ago. By the way, I was going to be proper about introducing him properly, but he is a pastor, and at the same time, he loves wrestling. That's cool with me. But let's get into it, man. We'll talk about SmackDown in a little bit. Let's get the, well, not elephant, but let's talk about Dominion tomorrow in Osaka, Japan. I said Oscar. In Osaka, Japan. Last time I said Oscar. It will be a pretty interesting card. I'm not going to try to butcher most of these names. I'm not going to try to pronounce some of these names. The people I do know. TJP is in the house. He will have a match as well as Dominion. Hang on a second, pull the card up.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to find the card. There you go. Dominion will be in Osaka, Japan. Dominion 620 in Osaka, Japan. Let's see here. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm in 620. I was a while ago. Dominion 2022 is what I'm looking for right here. There we go. Okay, there's the card right there. Tomorrow, June 12th in Osaka, Japan. Dominion. So far on the card, if I could pull it up, that'd be great. We have, I'm not going to try to pronounce all these names. We got Toro Yano against Doc Gallows. The House of Torture. Again, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. The House of Torture will be competing. The Bullet Club will take on United Empire. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Hiroki Goto. The winner of that match will take on John Moxley at AEW Forbidden Door, AEW New Japan Forbidden Door for the interim AEW World Championship. That's down the road. Next month? No, not next month. 26th. We got
this month.
Yeah, this month 26th. Will Ospreay against Sonata. Okada against Jay White, and much more. The reason I'm not going to do all these because I can't pronounce them, but it should be interesting. But what's your opinion on New Japan altogether?
Man, that's going to be a great card. New Japan is getting better and better. I'm liking the direction that they're going. And then I'm liking that they're bringing it more to the states so that we can get to know what their products. The more exposure they get, it's going to be even better for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it because I'm expecting Daniel Bryan to be a part of it in some form or fashion, Forbidden Door. He probably, not Daniel Bryan, my bad, Bryan Danielson. My bad, apologize for that. Par for Forbidden Door. So far, we got one match on there. The winner of Hiroshi and Hiroki will take on John Moxley and Pac, Malachi Black, Penta, Miro, Ethan Page, Black. I'm all over the place. Pac, Malachi Black, Penta versus Miro or Ethan Page versus New Japan representative. Fatal 4-way for the inaugural AEW All Atlantic Championship.
Have you seen that belt?
I have. It's quite interesting.
It's a little bit. To me, it's a little bit too close to the world title. I like the front plate though. I wish they would have did something a little bit different with the side plate. It's still a beautiful belt. I still, I like it, but it's. I know the world title is. I think some of the side plates are curved, but to me, it's still a little bit too close to the world title. But then maybe that's. Like each brand have their own style that they have to copyright for their type of belts. So I guess that must be their style that they have for theirs.
Yeah, man. What's your opinion about the partnership? Yeah. What's your opinion about the partnership with New Japan and All Elite Wrestling?
And I'm happy. I'm hoping they do something real good. I'm looking forward to the great matchups that we're gonna get. It's great to see two different promotions work. I'm really hoping that they do something big. Do something big with Ring of Honor.
Mhm. We have speaking of Ring of Honor, we know. Do they have a world champion at Ring of Honor? Because the Ring of Honor has been with AEW here and there.
Jonathan Gresham is the Ring of Honor world champion.
I ain't seen him they've been on their own platform in a while. This is why I asked that. We've seen the tag champions. We've seen all the Ring of Honor championships. But I ain't seen the world champion in a while. He's with Impact Wrestling, I believe.
Jonathan Gresham, he been going around defending the Ring of Honor world title at different places. They've been allowing him to go to different promotions, different indie shows, and defending it. And really, to see where he started at Ring of Honor this last time, the way he had now, he done upgraded the Ring of Honor. He actually started using the old Ring of Honor world title belt again, and I like the new one though myself. But he went back when they champion was out of town. He's from Mexico, so he had to go back to Mexico during COVID. So they did a tournament for a champion. Jonathan Gresham won it. They gave him the old belt. And then when the champion came back, they had a unification match, and he won, and he kept the old belt in favor of the new belt.
Gotcha. Jonathan Gresham, I'm all over the place, y'all. Excuse me 1 second. Jonathan Gresham, in my opinion, let me ask your opinion first. How long do you see him with the championship?
Until they really start getting things going back solid. I think I see him with it, and then once they really start getting things moving and started getting things back in place, I see somebody like a Samoa Joe maybe getting that title, or somebody from the AEW maybe going and getting that world title, defending on AEW for a while, then they go back to Ring of Honor on somebody they want to really build up.
Yes, sir. By the way, I got to give a shout-out, congratulations to Impact Wrestling Slammiversary, Impact Wrestling itself. 20 years. Never thought they'd last that long. Congratulations to you.
Oh, wow. I can't believe it was 20 years.
Yes,
man,
sir.
I ain't going to lie. I used to love Impact Wrestling better than WWE. Like I said, I love they octagon ring. I love when they really built up AJ Styles and showed the world how good he was. I seen him on a Mexican pay-per-view winning the Intercontinental Cruiserweight, losing in a 6-way Intercontinental Cruiserweight title match to Eddie Guerrero. And when I saw him in that match, that's when I first saw the style clash. And I'm like, that move is phenomenal.
That is. Wink, by the way.
How he grew from there. You see how he grew from there. And, when he finally won the NWA World Heavyweight title and then the win, and meaning world title he won, he showed how good he was. He didn't put on some pounds, put up some weight, muscle, to improve from, AJ Styles to phenomenal. I was so happy, that he got the chance to come back to WWE, and this time as a main event player that he deserved to be. Man, Impact Wrestling, when they had brought Samoa Joe came in from Ring of Honor, and Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle had the best rivalry, especially when they had all the belts on the line. I mean, Samoa Joe had to go through Kurt Angle to be the world champion. How Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Impact resurrected the career of Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. To me, WWE has not, used that rivalry to its fullest potential.
That was my favorite storyline with Impact Wrestling when they Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe for all the belts. It doesn't like when two guys are undefeated. There's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a war. But somebody has to win. Somebody got to lose.
Yes, I mean when Samoa Joe first came on the scene on Impact Wrestling, well, it was TNA back then. Man, I didn't really know who he was, but just to see his first match, it was like the first time I saw Goldberg. And Goldberg is my all-time favorite, and I just fell in love with Samoa Joe's wrestling style. His matches was storytelling of his own, and he know how to bring the best out of every competitor. And to me, he was, he helped Kurt Angle last as long as he did.
Yes, sir, man. I gotta give a shout out to Impact Wrestling, man. I didn't think they'd make it this far. But, however, at Slammiversary next week, next year, not next year. I'm all over the place, man. The night that me out. Let's look it up. Hang on a second here. Slammiversary 2022, June 19th. That's next week. Father's Day, by the way. And the matches on the card so far, we got Josh Alexander against Eric Young, Ace Austin, Kenny Kane, Mike Bailey, Trey Miguel, Jack Evans, Alex Zane. Ultimate X match for the X Division Championship. I'll come back to that in a second. X Division title. Tasha Steele.
Man, that's one of my favorite matches, bro. I'm sorry.
Tasha Steele, Chelsea Green, Yana Peruzzo, Jordan Grace with a fine self, Mia Yim, Queen of the Mountain match for the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship. And a special guest. Hang on a second. That's right. Special guest is Mickey James. Special guest enforcers, special referee, whatever you want to call it. I should be interested.
Yeah, it's good to see Mia Yim back in the wrestling.
Yes, sir. The Briscoe brothers. The Briscoe brothers. I thought they were cousins. Briscoe brothers, Jay and Mark Briscoe, against the Good brothers, Doc and Carl Anderson. Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson.
That's my match I'm looking forward to right there. I love the Briscoe. The Briscoes always put on a match. And people, they underrated. But even as a single, wrestlers, they've put on consistent, great matches that people don't give them the credit that they truly do.
Yes, sir. What about this one right here? This is good. The Impact Originals, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Frankie Kazarian, two more competitors to be determined against Honor No More, former rejects of Ring of Honor, if you will. Matt Tyler, Mike Pennant, PCO, Vincent, and the recently add-on, Eddie Edwards.
That's a storyline in itself. Eddie Edwards come from Ring of Honor. Him and his partner, the American Wolves, I believe. And just to see, he was with Team Impact, and he turned on them for the Ring of Honor people. Man, that was, that's a great storyline right there.
Sammy Callahan against the Moose in a Monsters Ball match. Those qualification match, basically anything and everything. It's all good. It all goes. Everything
if you've
goes.
Ever seen a Monster Ball? If you ever seen a Monster Ball match, that's like one of their original matches that, to me, I think bring out the essence of Mick Foley.
Definitely. And what about Rick Swann against Brian Myers for the Impact Digital Media Championship.
For which belt?
The Impact Digital Media Championship.
Yeah, man. You know, after that mess up that WWE did with Rick Swann with his wife, and they released him way too early and messed over that. To see how he came over to Impact, became a world champion, stepped his game up, and proved that he's still a big time player in the business. I know WWE is kicking themselves in the butt for letting him go. You know, he do moves that Seth freaking Rollins can do, but better. But he don't get the credit that he deserves, to me, because he's black, and they just didn't give him the respect that he's due.
Oh man, let's go back to the exhibition match. I found something interesting. Back in the day, it was the option C. It's how you do it. You win the I don't know what I'm saying. You win a match, right? You get a child shot for the world title. You got the option C. You can cash it in for the shot of the world title. Here's the problem. I didn't put two and two together until just recently. So let's say you cash it in and you get the world title shot, right? And you lose your world title shot. You ain't got no championship. You out there you out there with nothing. That's a risk in itself.
Yes, and that's almost like their version of Money in the Bank. But rarely you see the person who cash in the option C with the X Division title lose. Like Josh Alexander, he finally, he was tag team champion, won the X Division title, showed that he was a good, singles wrestler, made his way up. They finally decided to give him the option C. He did it and won. But then due to COVID, got his visa canceled and had to go back to Canada. So that's therefore how Moose ended up being the world champion for a while. And I'm glad that he finally, made it back, got everything back straight, and got back to get his title that he deserves.
Yes, sir. And now we have Queen of the Mountain. We used to have the King of the Mountain, basically a ladder match in reverse. Yes. Instead of climbing the ladder, grab the title, you take the championship, hang it up, you win the match.
Well, first of all, you got to go through a match. You got to pin. The person you pin go into the cage for, I believe, 2 or 3 minutes. Then you go back and start the match. Now you got to get the title. You got to climb up the ladder and put it on there. But you got to make it up the ladder to hang it in. And that's harder, easier said than done.
I remember I watching this Impact Wrestling years ago when the Impact Wrestling first got started. It was what you call it? I can't remember the thing. Oh yeah, there you go. It was a battle royal match. It was 3 different matches. It was a battle royal match. Then it got down to a fatal four-way, and then regular one-on-one match. But the battle royal match happened outside the ring. So that's just stupid at the time. Like, bruh. So let me get this straight. You have, normally, battle royal match, you go, by the time Robo just throw you out, right? This match, you get in the ring, you win the match. All the action happened outside the ring, and I don't remember where I saw this. This is if my wrestling got started. It's ridiculous.
But they was trying to, come up with different ideas. TNA started with Jeff Jarrett, and his dad started the promotion. And then some other people took over and took their ideas, but then was trying to do too much. I think they had Vince Russo come over from WWE and was trying to do too much stuff, trying to come up with too much new, trying to overthink new matches to give TNA. And they just did too much at the time.
Oh, that was going way too much. But I tell you what, let's go back in time here. Let's go back in time. Today's anniversary of it. Back in ECW One Night Stand, one match I want to look at particular, Rob Van Dam versus John Cena, the then champion at the time, in Hammerstein Ballroom. let me tell you something. This was the original. It's like not the original. The watered down version of ECW One Night Stand before it became WWE One Night Stand. So RVD is cashing his contract June 12th, which is tomorrow, by the way. Yeah. June 12th is Hammerstein Ballroom. I'm gonna just for old times' sake, I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. But anyway, ECW One Night Stand June 12th. Check it out tomorrow. Enjoy. So RVD cashes his Money to Bank contract for the title. John Cena is in enemy territory.
Yes. Did you see some of them the signs they had up on for that? And ECW fans are serious what they say they're gonna do. ECW fans are to me, ECW fans are like Philadelphia, sports fans. They're serious. They love what they love, and they will go hard behind what they love.
Shoot,
I miss old ECW.
And so John Cena, he goes in the ring, does his thing. But this ain't WWE, kids. Sorry, nobody wants the dang shirt. And so somebody threw toilet paper John Cena in the ring while he's in there. He's battling RVD, doing his thing.
All kind of stuff in the ring.
There's all kind of chances I cannot repeat on this show. You gotta check it out. But anyway, towards the end, John Cena got into an ECW referee, and a SmackDown referee came in. He got knocked out, and all of a sudden, helmet coming in, motorcycle helmet coming in, spears John Cena, his edge. RVD takes advantage of it. Boom, he's the new ECW champion.
And who made the pin count?
Paul Heyman.
Long hair Paul Heyman. If Heyman had the monetary backing that he so deserved with ECW, ECW would be the number one wrestling show on right now. Paul Heyman would have Paul Heyman guys in ECW with him. He would be able to pull wrestlers from WWE. He probably would be able to buy WCW and merge WCW with ECW because WCW was stealing ECW guys. Rejects from ECW. A lot of wrestlers that grew up in the Attitude area went to ECW, honed their craft, learned some stuff, got an attitude there, and then went on to bigger, better things like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rey Mysterio, the Dudley Boys, to name a few, that went on to have Hall of Fame careers. I mean, without ECW, ECW brought Rey Mysterio to the States to show him off, and then WCW came and swiped him from him, which I didn't know. When I saw Rey Mysterio in WCW, I fell in love with him from the get-go.
Yes, sir. By the way, Rey Mysterio, let's talk about him right quick. And talk about it. This dude been wrestling his whole life, for real. 30 years.
Yes.
He's not wrestling in Mexico.
Mask of all time.
Yes, sir. I believe he was 14 years old when he started wrestling.
Right. And he earned the mask. He earned the name Rey Mysterio Jr.
By the way, Rey Mysterio Sr. is his uncle, not his father, but his uncle. And he gave the name to Rey Mysterio.
Right, passed the name down to him. He earned it. For a while, he went by, in WCW, went by Rey Mysterio Jr. And they didn't take Jr. off until he came over to WWE. And the first time he flew out the ground, and when I saw the different masks and then him flying out the ground, I'm like, oh, this is a game changer right here.
I missed the he used to jump from underneath the ring. He can't do that no more because of his knee.
Now tell me, do you remember this? Do you remember the first time Rey Mysterio won the WWE title?
Yes, I do. Nope. Let's take it back. 2011.
It was a tournament for the vacant WWE title. And at the end of the tournament, after he won, he had to defend in a title unification match with the returning John Cena. I was like, no. Why? Why couldn't we just let Rey Mysterio enjoy being champ for at least a week or a month?
Yes, sir, man. That's messed up. And he never got a rematch, by the way.
Never. Yeah, you're right about that.
And if I remember correctly,
I enjoyed when he was the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah. Week before, somewhere in that week, there was a Rey Mysterio's wrestling, and Vince McMahon comes out, and he rarely does that. Vince McMahon comes out, and the match had to stop. That was the night Vince McMahon got quote unquote released, relieved of his duties, quote unquote. But we all know he went behind the scenes. Anyway, shout out to Rey Mysterio. I can see him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, first ballot.
Yes, sir. One person I'd love to see in the Hall of Fame one of these days, and is well deserved, of course, since this is his own month, John Cena.
Yes, he well deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. So happy that Undertaker finally accepted to go in the Hall of Fame. I guess he wanted to make sure he got all the wrestling out of him before he took it. I wanted to see it done in Houston, but I'm glad to see that it was done in Texas.
Yes, sir. It sure was, man. By the way, since it's John Cena month, let's take you back to where it all began. Back in 2002, young John Cena, after the Kurt Angle open challenge. And what's the one quality you possess that makes you think you can be in the ring with me? Ruthless aggression. Shot the you know what out of Kurt Angle.
Had on a little pink tights with the knee pads and the elbow pads. He came from independent wrestling as a bodybuilding model, and that was
the prototype.
His physique. Yeah, the prototype. And it wasn't until he became the thug John Cena that he really began to really blow up.
And by the way, his career was on downward spiral, and he was about to get fired. And the rapping character, he started rapping. That saved his whole career, in my opinion. It's gonna let you go.
That blew up, and what's his name from the acclaiming AEW, basically almost doing the same thing John Cena used to do, but I believe he got a little bit more mic skills than John Cena.
I don't think so. So you saying he would beat John Cena in battle rap? That's what you saying?
Oh yeah, I believe he would.
My money on Cena. I'm not a Cena guy. Let me tell you something. For years on Facebook, I trash talked John Cena for a long time. I always respect him. I just don't like the guy for his character. But he's a cool dude. I just don't like the character John Cena. But I'll tell you this, John's earned my respect. This dude has came a very long way.
Oh yeah, and I love when he had his feud with Roman Reigns, and that was all on the job training, pushing Roman Reigns to his true potential. Teaching him on the job in real life, in real time. I remember Paul Heyman. I think it was Kurt Angle was in there, and you could tell Kurt Angle, his face showed you that they went from script to everything was real at that moment. And Roman Reigns, he got kicked in his butt, but he learned and he grew from that. And he's where he is now because of John Cena, pushing him.
Speaking of Roman Reigns, next week on SmackDown, he will face Matt Riddle for the Undisputed Championship. I'm not a big fan of this match away for free, but hey, it's interesting.
Yeah, Matt Riddle, he's shown potential since NXT. He grown a lot under Randy Orton. His version of the RKO is, beautiful. Matt Riddle is almost there, being a world champion. I think we'll see somebody like a Cody Rhodes take the title off of Roman Reigns first before we'll see Matt Riddle win it. And they have to, I think we probably have to see Matt Riddle win the Royal Rumble first before we see him get a world title, just like what John Cena had to go through before he won his first title.
That's it. And speaking of John Cena one more time, John Cena will be back. In fact, June 27th.
Yes, on Raw.
Question though, what if anything is there for John to do? John's been there, done that, got the T-shirt, done it all.
I think they've been they've been trying to talk him into going one more world title reign. They may even use John Cena as the one to take the belt off of Roman Reigns, get that record-breaking 17th world title, and then allow him to train the next superstar to be up there in the world title scene. Or I can see they use him, to split the belts back up, because with Roman Reigns out like he is right now, people want to see the world title on TV more. I'm seeing people talking about Roman Reigns has a schedule almost like Brock Lesnar, which as much work as Roman Reigns has done lately, he deserves a little time off, right now. He been doing a lot of house shows I've been seeing, doing a lot of stuff, building up the bloodline, building up SmackDown, building up the Universal title. He been champion almost 2 years, I want to say. It'll be 2 years at SummerSlam, and he's done a phenomenal job, since he been world title this time. I'm happy to see the fans really getting with his character. I love how he accepted, like John Cena, some fans booing him and some fans cheering him. But now, surprisingly, you see more people cheering him and acknowledging him than booing him like before.
Yeah. Speaking of Lesnar, man, where is Brock Lesnar? I've seen the WrestleMania.
Well, Brock Lesnar, he don't do too much. He make enough money where he come around, doing one of the big four, do something for a little while, then go back home and chill and rest and take care of himself. He's still dealing with the after effect of that stomach surgery that he had to have that really caused him to leave UFC. But I mean, his character development, his mic skills, has grown. Much like Rocky in the Rocky movie. You've seen how Rocky developed in his later years of boxing. He had to change up his style, and still was good enough to earn people respect. And Brock Lesnar, he don't do as much as he did when he was younger, but he still bring things to the table. Especially his UFC background, and bring a lot to the table. And he really helped build up Roman Reigns.
I tell you, man, I would like to see at some point. You know what? I think I want to see Roman Reigns, The Rock. At some point.
Everybody wants to see it.
There has to be something huge. It got to be WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, something big.
I can see it at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. I would love to see that at WrestleMania. Maybe even after, maybe be the last WrestleMania that Brock perform in, then the next one he come in and be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir, man. The Rock is truly deserving of it. I will go down the resume, but I know the time in the world to do that. But I tell you this, Young Rock, check it out. Season 3 is coming soon. Yes, Season 3 of Young Rock. You got Season 1 and 2 on Peacock, Hulu. I like it. It's some say it's easy. It is the story of Dwayne Johnson growing up. Maybe a little bit exaggerated, but a true story.
Funny stories, too. It gives us wrestling fans, behind the scenes of how wrestlers live outside of wrestling, which I love seeing stuff like that.
Oh, man, definitely. Man, by the way, he has a movie coming out in, I want to say October. I believe it's what's it called, Black Adam.
Man, I can't wait for that to come out. Oh, I seen the trailer for it. Man, oh man. And I can't wait to see how they merge that with Shazam.
Oh, interesting.
Because, yeah, Black Adam is actually, in the comic book, Black Adam and Shazam are, at first, they're enemies, and somehow in the middle of it, they become allied and he become a part of the Shazam family.
Yes, sir. That is awesome, man. Looking forward to it.
That trailer was so awesome. I got goosebumps. Remind me of the first time I saw what's that, Waterboy trailer. I couldn't wait for that movie to come out.
Oh Lord, you went old school, Waterboy.
That's my all-time favorite movie right there, bro.
One of my favorite cameos in Waterboy, if I believe correctly, yes, it was indeed the Big Show. Yes.
And the former backstage interviewer from WCW, when they was laughing at him on there, I was tickled pink.
Oh, man.
Captain Insano.
Yes, sir, man. Much love to Paul White, by the way. Let me tell you something. Over the years, we've been through it all, Professor Wrestling, haven't we? The good, the bad, the ugly, the awkward, the strange. And we have, like, in my opinion, I love it all. I just love, that's what we love about professional wrestling. It brings us together. And professional wrestling, as itself, if they do it right, the future, the people, young folks thinking to the future, will be all right.
Yes. They have some good young talent. I hope that they, use them and train them right to take over when these, current talent, go about their business. Take care of them, build them up correctly, allow them to develop so that when they make it to the main event, they can get their wings and fly high.
Oh, yes, sir. Future. MJF. That's what Jacob for that promo, man. The world is still shocked by that promo. That was a week ago, and everybody's talking about it.
MJF is the best talker in the game now. He's like CM Punk back in the day when he used to drop pipe bombs. He's a Ric Flair type of wrestler in the ring that you want to see lose. And to have somebody with the world title belt like that, Ric Flair found all kind of ways to win and retain his title. If you give MJF the perfect finisher, with the perfect, four horseman type group around him, he can have the title for a year and a half. You'll get your biggest pay-per-view numbers, your biggest show numbers. Anytime he on the mic, that's when, your ratings go up because he's about to, just do something crazy on the mic. He's like, Ric Flair and Roddy Piper rolled up into one on the mic. He's the best talk on the mic right now, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm really waiting to see how they're going to use this to build up AEW and to build him up.
Man, that should be interesting. By the way, I looked online, AEW's website, typed the MJF, not typed it in, but I looked on the roster, he ain't on there. All his stuff is gone. What's happening? What's going on?
I don't know right now. I'm hoping, like I said, hope AEW is smart enough to use this to build them up and to, build their brand up. Especially one AEW original that came in, use him. He's one of the surprise ones that you got that you didn't see blowing up, being as big as he is. He won the Diamond Ring multiple times, and I just hope that AEW build him up and use him the right way.
Man, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, not by the way, but we have in August, we're gonna give away a free pizza. Here's how you participate. In August, we'll accept questions in August. Name 3 Hall of Famers that were never WWE champion. They can be from any era. They can be from the time wrestlers on the radio, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, any era. They have to be Hall of Famers. They can still be alive. They get passed on. For free, I'm going to give you these 3 as an example. We'll take whoever you got. But for free, I'm going to give you Jerry the King Lawler, the Junkyard Dog, and Coco Beware. Now, if you're selected, you lay a few ground rules. Obviously, by law, I'm required to say no person necessary. You got to be 18 years or older. You cannot be related to anybody on the Wrestling Tracks team in any way, shape, or form. And if you're selected, obviously if you don't feel comfortable giving their address, so all you gotta do is let us know where you pick up your pizzas, either at Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Mr. Jim's, Domino's, wherever you get your pizza from. We'll take care of it. You get your pizza. I recommend Domino's or Pizza Hut. You can try your pizza. You choose the flavor. We'll choose the size. Everybody's happy. Pizza in August. All you gotta do is name 3 Hall of Famers that were never WWE champion.
Yeah, come on, we know we got viewers out there, listeners out there who know this answer. So come on in August, get on, ask your question, get your free pizza.
Yes, sir. And by the way, nobody part of the Wrestling Tracks team unfortunately can participate because that's easy picking. So we gotta keep it fair. So you don't get no free pizza for you, Greg. But we gotta keep it fair, man. But
well, I'm related to you, so that disqualifies me right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you pretty much kind out for that. But in August, when it's selected, you get a free pizza. We'll email you if you are selected. By the way, if you need a face mask or anything like that, you can shop at WrestleTracks.com. We got face masks, we got towels, we got mugs, we got shirts, everything. WrestleTracks.com. Paying full price sucks. Use the code. Clash. There you go. Use the code Clash. Get $8 off, and you're good to go. Unless you want to pay full price, that's on you. WrestleTracks.com. I've got to put I gotta go back and put the cutoff date. But for right now, WrestleTracks.com. Use the code Clash. Get $8 off. All right, let's see
that
here.
Sounds like a great deal that you got for our customers.
Yes, sir, man. Paying full price sucks. We want to pay full price.
Man, take advantage of getting your discount. Get it in everywhere you can.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you, if you happen to be your Father's Day weekend, should be pretty interesting. This is the wrestling world. We got Slammiversary going on. It should be interesting. You wrestle with your pops.
Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm watching wrestle with my kids and enjoying my Father's Day.
Yes, sir. And by the way, let me tell you something. I'm finding this out as I get older. Nobody wants no tie or shirt for Father's Day. Okay? Get something nice. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, get something nice for Father's Day. If you can afford
to move up, step up from shirts and ties.
Oh, man.
It's a new day.
That's indeed, ladies and gentlemen. One more thing before we go, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take you back to quite early for the anniversary of that brutal. It's on my mind, quite frankly. I might as well go ahead and talk about it. Mick Foley, that at the time was Mankind, and he faced the Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. This anniversary is approaching down the road. It's June 28th, 1998. That will live on forever in my mind for 2 reasons: my mom's birthday and Hell in a Cell. The Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, bro. That's when that match. I used to watch wrestling by myself for like my family was walking through, and one person saw it and called everybody else. And by the end of the match, my whole family was sitting there watching. Not only that, but watching the rest of the pay-per-view with me.
So I was King of the Ring in 1998.
Man, he had lost a tooth, had a laceration on his lip that he could stick his tongue through, and Mankind showed us what kind of man he was. All that he went through, still got up and still finished that match.
I'm watching, like, we fell off the cell the first time, and he got up and climbed up the cell. How in the hell is he still moving? How's he walking?
Mick Foley, Terry Funk. Mick Foley and Terry Funk are two of the realest men to ever wrestle.
And shout out to Terry Funk, by the way. There's only 2 men of wrestling who is the hardcore legends that they are: Mick Foley and, of course, Terry Funk.
Yes, Terry Funk. Terry Funk inspired Mick Foley, and Mick Foley took it to the next level. And what Mick Foley took, I believe Jeff Hardy took it to another level. Jeff Hardy is like Mick Foley, go through hell and would still get up and finish a wrestling match.
I remember this dude. I remember one match in particular. He was Cactus Jack around this time. Cactus Jack and Triple H.
Cactus Jack put fear in Triple H.
Yes, I want to say this was the Royal Rumble 2000. Yeah, Royal Rumble 2000. But my God, the thumbtacks in that ring, man.
Lord have mercy. Used thumbtacks worse than Mick Foley was Abyss.
Oh my God, that gives me the creeps, bruh.
Oh, yes.
You imagine thumbtacks being pulled out your body bit by bit.
I actually, when Periscope was still out, I seen after the match where Abyss landed on thumbtacks and seen him take him out of his back, the side of his forearm. Even had one stuck in his hand, and they, had to take their time, make sure they got each one of them. I was like, my God, to see what they go through after the match. Man, you can't express words to say how much we appreciate what they go through to entertain us.
That's absolutely. Man, these guys go through it all. Fire Entertainment, we're very appreciative and grateful for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you this before we go. Wrestling Tracks brought to you by Back Deliveries and More LLC. They put the D in delivery. You have a CDL license, you can drive trucks. For information, 888-172. 888-712-2587. 888-712-2587. Backup Deliveries LLC. Backup Deliveries and More LLC. And put the D in delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank my brother Greg McCray for being with us. He's the amazing reason why we're able to bring you this show at blogtalkradio.com. You can check us out. We're all over the place. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast. We're all over the place. Please to all our platforms. Linktree, linktr.ee/WTracks for a complete list of all of our platforms. Thank you so much, Greg, for being with me tonight. We'll see you guys next time on Blog Talk Radio. Have a great day, everybody.
You too. Thank you for having me, bro.
See ya.